What's going on, my One Piece fans? This is Mr. Morfetto, and you all know I'm currently on my watch through of One Piece, my very first watch through of One Piece, and I am loving it, to say the least. It's a absolute fantastic anime and manga, slowly becoming one of my absolute favorites. But I've just finished the Alabasta saga, and I've barely dipped my toes into the Skypiea saga, and I definitely plan on continuing to review these arcs one by one, and I'm very excited to do so. But I thought today I would go over my current favorite characters in One Piece and just say a little bit about them. I would have to say my favorite One Piece character is Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm sure that's a high majority. And I normally am not. What surprises me is I normally do not hate, but I don't normally put my favorite character as the main character in an anime or any show, really. Like I like Batman, but he's not my favorite character. I would always follow Red Hood or Nightwing from that universe, or I would never say Superman is my favorite character. I've never been a big fan of the main character who gets the spotlight all the time. They're usually overpowered. They're usually overused and not written properly. They're usually written kind of like Goku, who used to be great in OG Dragon Ball, but slowly became this character that took most of the spotlight from most of the side characters who I latched onto. The Piccolos, the Rock Lees, for example. But Monkey D. Luffy is so cool in so many different ways. He's legit laugh out loud funny. He can be the dumb quote unquote character like a Goku, but he gets serious when he needs to at the right moments. He's having a good time. He's living his pirate fantasy, and you can feel that. And he's a genuinely good person, which is great. And it's not to the point of nauseum where you're like, you can't be this stupid. He's the right amount of dumb when it needs to be. And he's the right amount of serious when it needs to be. And it's a really good balance. And you're on this journey with him into becoming a great captain. He's not instantly a great captain. He's a good captain. And he's got great morals. And he's learning how to be the pirate he wants to be. Slowly with you on this journey. And I really appreciate that. My number 2 character was really tough. Obviously, it had to be Sanji or Zoro. These are Luffy's left and right hand men. These two are awesome, and it's really hard for me to decide who I like more, but today I would have to say my number 2 favorite One Piece character has to be Sanji. Sanji is a cook, which is near and dear to my heart because I am a cook for my day job, and I can really relate to a lot of what he's normally doing when they're not fighting. And he's also got a really cool badass fight style. He doesn't have any magical powers. He's just got a really cool kicking style of fighting. He doesn't even use any magical weapons, at least not yet, that I know of. He just uses his kicks, and I think that's pretty cool. And I love how awesome he is. It's almost unbelievable how strong he is. And I mean, I hope they maybe explain why he's so superhuman. Because, Luffy ate the gum fruit, and Zoro is just a badass samurai, basically. Greatest swordsman. He's been training since he was a child. And it makes sense that he's sort of superhuman. But Sanji was a cook, but he guess he trained with his mentor on the Baratier, Chef Jeff, I can't remember. And he was a great fighter, so I guess that's where it got passed down, of course. But maybe later they'll explain something else. I really don't know. It just seems a little crazy, but I just accept the fact that Zoro and Sanji are just badasses, and I don't overthink it really too often. Sometimes you get the cartoon physics with One Piece, and I love that. My number 3, obvious choice, Zoro. And for a long time, on the outside looking into getting into One Piece, I was like, I probably won't like him. He kind of seems cheesy with the 3 swords, and he also comes off as the type of character I might not like, someone who's overpowered maybe. No, completely wrong. Great character, super selfless, has a goal, plans on hitting it, becoming the greatest swordsman of all time, tough as nails. We're also on a journey with him to become the greatest swordsman of all time, and it's a great journey, and he's slowly becoming more of a badass every time, and sometimes he's legit laugh out loud funny, like with the Mr. 3 turning into wax gimmick on, I think, Little Garden, when he was turned into a wax statue and he posed for it. That was hilarious, and there's much more. He's obliviously funny in some ways. Almost, it's fantastic. Zoro is way more badass than I ever could imagine. His 3-sword style fits him so well, and that could have been terrible. I can't believe Oda came up with his whole gimmick. Zoro could lead his own anime, I guess, but he's a great number 2 to Luffy. He's devoted to support this guy throughout his entire mission in becoming king of the pirates. And in the end, he thinks by the end of that, I will probably be the greatest swordsman of all time. So win-win. But he will follow Luffy to the end of the earth if he needs to. But my number 4. This one was out of nowhere for me, and I'm just really learning about this character. She's the newest member of the crew for me, since I just finished Alabasta and are just dipping my toes into the Skypiea saga. Nico Robin is awesome. Everything about her. I don't know her character 100% yet, but I can already tell that I'm really going to like her. She's got a really cool, unique devil fruit ability where she summons body parts. It seems from the ground or anywhere she wants, really. I think she can summon them from people's bodies because I think she killed a man by summoning an arm and then choking him out or breaking his neck, snapping his neck, I think. That's awesome. That's some assassin shit. I really hope that she gets some awesome fights down the line. We're just now seeing her become a member of the crew. But I don't know if she'll leave down the line like Vivi did. But I assume they want more females on the crew, like Nami. They can't just have Nami be the only permanent female member. I think Nico is awesome. I think that I'm going to like her even more, like I have with every character in One Piece, the more I get to know her backstory and her character. I want to see her do some more battles. I like that every member of the crew has a gimmick. She is an archaeologist? Yes. Everybody's got a job, and she is somebody that knows shit about history. And that's come in handy with the ship falling on them recently in my read-through. And she was able to tell how old some old bones were, or some shit. Either way, I think she's very unique with her abilities. She's very cool, and she's got a really unique personality. I'm excited to see what they end up doing with this character. So right now she is my number 4. After that, it gets a little choppy because I mean, I really, villain-wise, so far, I really liked Arlong. I liked his design. I liked his personality. I loved that his voice actor was Hercule from Dragon Ball. It was a perfect blend. I liked his crew, but in the end, I liked him because he had a really cool crew. So I would put Arlong in that spot, number 5. Number 5, yes. Arlong was pretty awesome, and I hope we see more of him because I think that they keep reintroducing villains again later on along the line, and I feel like he deserves a return. He didn't really he got a good fight with Luffy, but I think that they built him up to be such a badass, and for him to not get a major win on one of the baby faces before he got beaten down is a travesty, if you ask me. He should have took down Zoro and Sanji and Usopp at the same time before Luffy fought him or something. And he was just cool. I really think that I would have been happy if they found a way to make him join the crew or something. All right. I would say I really, really like Buggy the Clown, and that's another character I really thought I wouldn't like. And I also didn't think he was going to be a character that kept coming back. And it seems like we're going to see him sporadically throughout the series unless someone kills him or something. But so far, he's really cool. Very Team Rocket style villain. I really enjoy his design and his character, his motivations. He's cool. He's funny. I would put him up there. I wouldn't mind if he joined the crew. He's kind of cool. Chop Chop Fruit, come on. Can't say you don't like him. I'm trying to think, because those are my tops right there. Couple villains, 4 baby faces. Luffy's brother's pretty cool, Ace. Still don't know a whole lot about him. He has the fire ability. I think fire abilities in shonen anime is kind of overused, and maybe that's why I'm not latching onto him as one of my favorite characters immediately. Maybe down the line. I would like to see... It'd be sick to see Ace and Luffy go at it in a real fight. But that isn't really necessary. They're really good friends, good brothers. They're not rivals in any way, but I would predict that down the line, maybe they could be rivals or compete in something to have to fight. But at the same time, how do you fight a guy like Ace? I guess Luffy could do the whole pour water on himself gimmick like he did with Crocodile, but I'm not sure if that would work on fire. It would protect Luffy a little bit, I guess. After that, I guess Nami would be one of my tops. She's dope. She's a really strong female protagonist. And in shonen anime, it's rare to find something like that. It's rare to find something where they actually are a big part of the story. She's actually filling that Bulma role from Dragon Ball, but at the same time, when the time comes, she's willing to fight physically. Her fight with Miss Doublefinger in the Alabasta Saga was fun. It was cool, but it seemed like Miss Doublefinger was a badass. Why else would she be one of the top villains in Crocodile's little gang? And she went up against Nami, who's been shown to have some fighting ability, but never shown to be that strong. Miss Doublefinger should be at the Sanji Zoro level if she's that high up. And she had a really strong Devil Fruit ability, the spiky gimmick. I mean, Nami should have been at least much more beat up after that fight. And I think that kind of made it unbelievable for me. And her fight with her didn't push Nami up in one of my favorite characters. It didn't rank up for me because of that. But Nami is not only a very smart character, probably one of the smarter characters in the crew, very crafty character. She really helps lead the story along. She doesn't feel like a tag along character. So yeah, Nami's up there for me. I like Usopp and Chopper. I think Usopp's character is cool. It kind of feels like a regular human that's with all these super freaks, and he's like if the person watching the show somehow joined the pirate crew and is slowly becoming more and more badass and more of a fighter and a leader. But he's still doing the whole fibbing thing. He's kind of a goofball. He's got a goofy look. I think he's cool, but he's not one of my favorite characters. Chopper's chill. I like how cool Chopper's abilities are. Very Swiss Army knife gimmick where he can change his forms. I think 7 different forms. That's pretty cool. I like that he fills the role of a medic. You need the white mage. You need the healer, especially in this manga, in this anime, where these characters almost seemingly every time when it gets to the final part of a saga, they get their asses handed to them. It was almost starting to become unbelievable how quickly Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy were healing. But now you have Tony Chopper, one of the better medics out there, doctors out there that we've met at least. So he is helping with this healing problem. I mean, Zoro has to have some kind of healing factor because the dude keeps getting almost murdered or chopping his feet off or worse. And he comes back like 3 days later and he's like, yeah, let's fight again. It's something to me, I feel, needed a medic or a doctor to make it seem believable, even for Zoro. I think that's it. Those are my top characters so far in One Piece. I'm hoping after another few sagas, I'll do another one of these rankings to see if anything's changed for me. But it seems pretty solid. Unless they introduce another character to the Straw Hats that blows me away. I think that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are my top 3, and that's probably normally who people's top 3 are, because they're just an awesome trio. And Nico Robin has got to be my favorite female character, just solely on her attitude and her really cool ability. Super unique. I've never really seen anything like it before that I can think of the top of my head. And I think she's got so much potential to be becoming like the assassin of the group with breaking necks, putting arms on people and breaking necks. That's what she needs to do constantly. But it would be cool to see her do a more drawn out fight and kick some ass using her ability in ways I wouldn't think of. What do you think? Does my list of favorites match up with yours? Who's your favorite? Did I miss anybody? Remember, I'm just finished the Crocodile arc. Do not spoil anything down below, but tell me who you think does this sound about right? Is what I'm saying. I'll talk to you later.